have upright mount, you sit like this, or what we call middle mount, where you're kind of in the middle, sitting like this. You have high mount, where you're up underneath the armpits. That's a very aggressive position, probably the best mount you can get, but you're never going to start there. Like you got to earn your way there from low mount. When we have low mount, when I go low mount, I can be low mount with my weight on my knees, or low mount with my weight on them. Low mount is probably the easiest mount to learn at the beginning to give people a hard time. And the benefit of it is you get to use your upper body weight, and your torso and everything to trap arms and smother the person on the bottom. So it's a great mount. Matt Inman, a black belt from the UK, is killing everybody in the UK right now in competition using that same mount over and over again. So I'm not going to tell you which mount to play, but I would strongly urge spending a lot of time working the low mount. The first thing is, let's say I'm playing from middle, that'll be a little bit harder for me. As soon as he goes to get on his side, I start to bring my arm to the other side of his head. See where my arm is? And now I'm going to drag that back across his face and use my elbow to bring it back down and get to here. So go this way, that's relaxed. My arms, both arms go to one side. Look at my feet. That's super important, right? So if I was out like this, he would already have it. That's why I always tell you guys, it's counterintuitive, but the most important thing from Mount Top is your feet. So while this is going on with the upper body, my foot and the flat of my foot is defending against Franklin, and I'm keeping it buried like a wedge underneath his thigh. And that's what's keeping him from escaping it. Now I got to flatten him out, so I use this, grab his shoulder, and I just push him down. Not to be mean, but to flatten him. And every time that happens, I try to lock the body a little higher, release it. Makes it a little tougher for me. I find it slow. And he goes on the side and starts pushing on my hip. The arm I have to deal with most is that top arm. It's back. One, this is the threat. So the elbow is here, and that classic elbow in this case, this elbow is ready to keep my body from sliding up this way. And this hand is something you can brace against, and now turn on the side. A lot of people try to pump this one, but this is the real problem. Let's go back. So there's a lot of ways to address it. If I hear he starts to go, you just start deflecting that arm using my elbow with my hand. If I'm a little bit lower, I come in here and he starts to go. So I'm using my weight, I'm specifically putting my weight on top of Franklin's elbow right here. All my pressure goes to right here. And all those things are designed just to slow them down a little bit, keep them flat, and then flip the arms and climb a little higher. You see that? You want to try that real quick? Back and forth with your partner, and we'll do another one. So, 2 hands to the side. Use your forearm across the jaw, not the neck. It's on the jaw. Flatten out, drop your elbow. They have to go flat. Nobody is going to resist that. You're going to be turning that skull. And deflecting the arm that's going on your hip, either with your body weight, or your hands or your elbows, and climb up. Sometimes in the beginning, people will say, never sit on your opponent. Now, that's not actually quite accurate. There are times when you do sit on them, you're going to come upright, and if you watch her compete, he'll often do like this. You're sitting on them, right, making him carry my weight, so that's okay. What's more important is your feet, not your weight. So advantage, disadvantage. If I'm sitting on it like this, I'm heavy, it makes it a little harder for him to turn. Go ahead and turn. A little harder. My knees are so much lighter. Right? So if I just sit like this, just take your elbow and hands and push on me. It's easy, because all my weight's on him, it's not on my legs. When I sit upright, I'm actually pinching my knees together tight. My tailbone is off and my feet are together. And I'm transferring my weight into the mat. So now we just push on my knees. That's what it should feel like. You see how much harder this made me move? So if I'm lazy, kind of in between here, all of a sudden you can turn on the side. Yeah, here we go. If I'm active, like I'm squeezing my knees together as he's moving, everything slows down. You're together. That buys me all the time I need to be able to body sound. The other option, on the side, when I'm doing all this, is I can always cross face as well. If you want, you can bring that hand and cross face. So what this does now, especially if he likes to elbow and escape on that side, I've made his life feel different. He's going to want to switch and elbow and escape on this side, and then I can switch again. Okay? But you can always go back and forth. What do I have to watch out for here then? Right. He's going to roll me. Yes. So anytime you attach yourself to them, you just have to be mindful. Okay, so once you get timeout, when I focus on timeout, I have a lot less to worry about. Because it's hard for him to do anything. There's so much underneath his armpit. His hips don't really have a lot of leverage. That's why it was clever for him to use his feet that way, because he can break momentum. If you just bridge this high, and so far off his hips, it doesn't do much. But because I have less to worry about, I can just focus on this. Make sure he doubles. I want to escape. He has to slide his body back like that to be able to escape. So focus on holding the elbows together and a little more base, even more like 2-5. Make your knees together. There you go. Again, that would be your arm. So if you guys want to try that at timeout real quick, go ahead and take timeout, because timeout is the place that you're looking for. You always want to that goal, you show if you're trying to climb up. So you might learn how to hold that. Just focus on pinching your elbows together. If you're off their body a little bit, your knees are pinched together tight, your feet are in, and you're pushing their elbows together, there is no good escape. All they can do is some Hail Mary stuff. They'll try and bring their legs around. It should work if you let it, but what they'll try and do from here is bring their feet in front of your body. Yes. And if you catch it, you can get it. So your defense for that is this. If my elbows leave my body, you can hook his feet in here now for the flying. My elbows stay on my body, go. That's all you need, right? So I keep my elbows close to my body and his elbows together. It's very, very hard for him to see if he can mind you punching at the top.
What's your advice on, so Richard did a smart thing, started trying to get his elbows back. How do you mitigate them getting their elbows back?
Well, number one, I would just sit there and attack. So the moment I get that high, I'm going to go for arm. This is an aggressive position, right? When I'm here, that's when I'm going to start arm bar. But if you're just talking about just holding, as he goes to work to get his elbows down, I like to just control the hand. Now again, what do I have to do about here?
Yes.
So, and I'll feel him grab my arm, and that's when I come back. But anytime, this is basically how it works, right? I'm mounted, I'm like this wide, I don't really have to worry about him rolling me. My hands are tacked back, he can move. I go to hold him so he can't move, I always have to worry that he's going to roll. I'm stiff and I'm a ball, easy to roll. So you just have to be aware of that when you break the head. You got to watch all of a sudden like gravity. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for frequent updates, because we're updating this every week. And make sure you comment and like and share our videos. We appreciate it, and we definitely try and respond to all the comments. And if you like what we're doing and you like the material, check out SBG University, SBGU, and you're going to see a ton more in much greater depth than what you see here on YouTube. Thank you very much.